Good morning, students. Welcome back to another class of English literature. In today's module, we will continue with the explanation of The Merchant of Venice. In last video, we read Salarino and Salanio trying to figure out the reason behind Antonio's melancholic mood, and Salarino saying Antonio that he would have stayed until he could change Antonio's mood if worthier friends like Bassanio, Greciano and Lorenzo had not prevented him. So today we begin with Antonio's speech. Antonio, your worth is very dear in my regard. I take it your own business calls on you, and you embrace the occasion to depart. So Antonio tells Salarino and Salanio, you both are equivalently precious to me like my other friends, but I do understand that you need to leave in order to take care of your business, and you take the opportunity to leave. Salarino to Bassanio, Lorenzo and Greciano, good morrow, my good lords. So Salarino wishes Bassanio, Lorenzo and Greciano good morning. We continue. Bassanio to Salarino and Salanio, good signors, both, when shall we laugh? Say when. You grow exceeding strange. Must it be so? So Bassanio tells Salarino and Salanio, hello friends, when are we going to have fun together again? Tell me the time. We do not see you often these days. Does it have to be that way? To which Salarino says, we'll make our leisures to attend on yours. So Salarino tells Bassanio, let us know when you are free and when do you want to have a get-together. We'll make ourselves available. Saying this, Salarino and Salanio exits. Lorenzo tells Bassanio, my lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio, we too will leave you. But at dinner time, I pray you have in mind where we must meet. So, we come to the understanding part. Bassanio will bid goodbye for now. We here refers to Lorenzo and Greciano. He says, since you have found Antonio, we bid you goodbye. But don't forget, we are meeting for the dinner tonight. Bassanio, I will not fail you. Bassanio assures Lorenzo not to worry and he'll be there during the dinner. Greciano, you look not well, Signor Antonio. You have too much respect upon the world. They lose it that do buy it with much care. Believe me, you are marvelously changed. So Greciano says, you do not look well, Antonio. You are changed. You are taking things too seriously. And people who worry too much about the world are never really happy. I am telling you, Antonio, you have changed a lot. To this, Antonio says, I hold the world, but as the world, Greciano, a stage where every man must play a part, and mine a sad one. So Antonio tells Greciano, for me, the world is just the world, Greciano, a stage where every person has a part to play, and I play a sad one. Greciano, let me play the fool with mirth and laughter. Let old wrinkles come, and let my liver rather heat with wine than my heart cool with mortifying groans. Why should a man whose blood is warm within sit like his grandsire cut in alabaster, sleep when he wakes, and creep into the jaundice by being peevish? Peevish means ill-tempered, and alabaster means a smooth white stone called gypsum. Now Greciano says, then let me play the part of a clown. The Elizabethans believed that a liver heated with wine would produce rich blood. Therefore, a person who consumes wine happens to be of a cheerful personality. And it was also believed that sighing and groaning drained the heart from blood. So Greciano says, I will prefer to be a jester than a killjoy. Killjoy is a person who deliberately destroys the cheerful mood of a person. Let old age with its wrinkles find me still of a joyous and merry nature. I would rather heat my liver with wine than cool my spirits with mournful groans. He says it is better to drink heavily, even if it is harmful for health, than to sink in despair and feel worried to death. Why should a man with warm blood in his veins and in the prime of life sit like a lifeless statue of his grandfather carved out of marble? Why should he sleep when he has to remain awake? I can't understand why a man remains lazy and inactive in spite of youthful energy. Why should a man suffer from jaundice by being ill-tempered? I tell thee, Antonio, I love thee, and 'tis my love that speaks. There are a sort of men whose visages do cream and mantle like a standing pool, and do a wilful stillness entertain, with purpose to be dressed in an opinion of wisdom, gravity, profound conceit. Visages means facial face, and profound conceit means great intellect. So, Gratiano tells, I love you, Antonio, and I am telling you all this because I care about you. I know there are men who always put on a serious look. Their facial expressions never change. They are still like the stagnant ponds covered with scum. So he says that such people, their faces are overcast with the same expression which does not change, like the scum which sits on the surface of a stagnant pool. Such people are stern and silent, and they consider themselves to be wise, important, and respectable people of the society. As who should say, I am Sir Oracle, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. Oracle was considered to be the messenger of God. And these wise people, they consider themselves to be the messengers of God, and they would speak with the authority of an oracle. O my Antonio, I do know of these that therefore are only reputed wise for saying nothing, when I am very sure if they should speak, would almost damn those ears which hearing them would call their brothers fools. So Gratiano says that these people, they consider themselves to be the messengers of God, and when they talk, they consider everybody else should remain quiet, even the dog should stop barking. And I know such people, Antonio. The only reason they are considered to be wise is because they do not speak. For I am sure if they ever open their mouths, others would consider themselves to be fools. I tell thee more of this another time, but fish not with this melancholy bait, for this fool gudgeon, this opinion. Come on, good Lorenzo, fare well a while. I'll end my exhortation after dinner. Exhortation means good advice, and bait means worm which is placed on the hook to catch fish. So Gratiano further says, I'll talk to you more about this sometime later, Antonio. In the meantime, cheer up. Do not put on this gloomy look, this serious look, in order to attract people or acquire the reputation of being wise. But what do I know? I am a fool. Let's go, Lorenzo. Goodbye for now. I will finish delivering my good advice after dinner. Lorenzo, well, we will leave you till dinner time. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Gratiano never lets me speak. Lorenzo bids goodbye, saying, all right, we'll see you at dinner time. And he says, I must be one of these silent, so-called wise men, because Gratiano never lets me speak a word. And Gratiano says, well, keep me company but 2 years more. Thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue. So he tells Lorenzo, if you hang around me for another 2 years, you will forget the sound of your own voice because I won't ever let you speak. Antonio, farewell. I'll grow a talker for this year. So Antonio tells Grishano goodbye, and after hearing this lecture of yours, I'll start talking a lot. Grishano, thanks, I faith. For silence is only commendable in a neat's tongue, tried and a maid not bendable. Grishano tells Antonio, thank you indeed. The only tongues that should be silent are ox tongues on a dinner plate and those that belong to old maids. I hope this part of the text is clear to you, children. Please go through the text, and till then, thank you and goodbye. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll return back with my next video completing Act 1, Scene 1.